Hey, and welcome back. All right, today I want to share with you my winter Christmas collection. It's not really full on Christmas. It's more just a winter collection with just a little bit of like homage to Christmas. This year I just kind of wanted to do something different. I had a bunch of different polishes in mind that I wanted to make, and none of them, well, most of them didn't fully scream Christmas to me. And that's where I started the collection with, and then I kind of added in a couple other ones just to kind of give it a little bit of a Christmas feel. But for the most part, I'm calling this winter. So this is my Winter Wonderland collection. I have 8 polishes, 3 of them are toppers. So let's go ahead and start with the polishes. The first one I have is called Ugly Sweater. I don't have the labels on yet because I did order new winter holiday labels and they just came in the mail. I just haven't had time to put them on the bottles yet. So this one is Ugly Sweater, and this one is a white Crowley, and it's chocked full of red and green hollow in different sizes, and then it actually gives it a kind of pink look. It doesn't tint the base pink, but because it's so chocked full of the red hollows, it does make it look like it's pink, but it's in a white base. And this one I've actually had made, I had made this a couple years ago, and it just didn't fit the theme of the collection that I was going with at the time. And so I've been holding on to this, and then I feel like this one fits the theme this year. So this one is Ugly Sweater. And this one is good in 2 coats. It's so full of glitter that you can get away with 2 coats instead of 3. On my nails anyways, on my short nails, I did 2 coats and it was good. Okay, and the next one is Jack Frost. This one is another Crowley. This one is more of a winter Crowley. I really, really like this one. This one is a white base, a white Crowley base, and then it's full of like blue navy hollow, and then it's got little teeny tiny hollow. And this one is really pretty. I love this one. This one also was good in 2 regular coats, or you could do 3 thin coats. The hollow and the sparkle is very soft and dainty. So if you really wanted to amp up those, the glitter factor, you could do 3 thin coats. But it did get opaque in 2 regular coats, if that's what you prefer. Okay, and then the third one is called Winter Fog. Now this one is very soft and delicate. It's a soft blue base, and then it's got those beautiful kind of greeny blue shifting iridescent flakes, and then it has little tiny hollow sparkle in there. And this one is very soft and delicate. 3 thin coats is best to build up that shimmer, to build up those flakes, but it's not going to be a, like a bam in your face sparkle. It's just very soft and delicate. And this one is really pretty. I like this one. And this one I named Winter Fog. Okay, and the next one is Winter Wonderland. Not gonna come across on camera. This is a white, almost frosty-ish finish. It's chocked full of iridescent little flakies, iridescent glitters, and then it's just got a ton of kind of, like I said, like a frosty shimmer. And it's not wanting to come across on camera. I will include the video clip of this, and you can see. There we go, I think you can see that. This one is good in either 2 coats, or you can do 3 thin coats. And this one is definitely very wintry. This is another one that I've had for a couple years, and I kept trying to fit it into a collection, and it just never really fit into a collection. And then this year, when I decided to name my collection Winter Wonderland, I thought this was just absolutely perfect and finally fits into my theme. Okay, now the last opaque polish before we get to the toppers. This one, honestly, I heavily debated putting in this. This one is called Solstice. I still kind of am on the fence on how I feel about whether this fits the collection. It doesn't really feel wintry to me. However, I did kind of want to throw in a gold because gold is very nice for Christmas. It is nice for winter. However, I still kind of feel like it doesn't quite fit the theme, but it is a really beautiful polish. This is a soft gold and it's got that strong green shimmer. And this is another one that I've had for quite a while and I just didn't know where to put this polish, but I've had this one for a couple years. And like I said, I've not been able to figure out where to put this, and to be honest, I still am not quite sure if this is where this should go, but I do know people like gold for Christmas and gold is nice for winter. So I decided to include this. This one I decided to name Solstice. And this one is opaque in 2 coats. If you really want to amp up, like 2 regular coats, if you really want to amp up that intense shimmer, you could do 3 thin coats. However, it doesn't necessarily need it. And it's so flashy that you could get away with just 2 coats and it would be fine. And this one is Solstice. All right, now for the toppers. The first one I have is Holly Jolly. And this one is just a very dainty reflective topper of red and green. Red and green reflective. So this is just going to give a very subtle, kind of like speckled appearance. I have a ton of these reflective toppers that I've done over the last couple years. They're very soft and delicate. It's not bam in your face. It just gives a very soft, delicate speckled look. And the base is thin enough that if you wanted to do 2 thin coats of this topper to amp up the speckled effect, then you could do that and it wouldn't be too base heavy. So my swatch picture shows that it's like a 2 picture in 1. The top one is on its own, and the second one, I believe, I want to say I did it over. I did these swatches probably like a month and a half ago. I want to say I did it over the white, so you could see how the white looks with this over it. Okay, and then the next one is called Snow Day. This is one that I actually reformulated this a couple different times. It used to be iridescent. It's got iridescent shimmers in there. And then it used to have white shreds. And then when I decided to call this a Winter Wonderland, I decided to swap out the shreds for these white snowflakes. And then I reformulated a couple times to get it to the base ratio that I like, and also to get the snowflakes to stay suspended in the base without the base being too thick and gloopy. So these do stay suspended fairly well. However, with most of these types of toppers, you're gonna want to make sure that you shake it. But I will say I'm very happy to say that the snowflakes don't immediately sink to the bottom. They do stay relatively suspended. But I will say that you do have to fish a little bit for the snowflakes, just because the way they suspend in the base, it's very easy to pull out these iridescent shimmers. Those come out perfectly. So what I do when I wore this and then when I swatched it, I did 1 coat of, getting the iridescent shimmer, and then I fished a little bit for the snowflakes. I just used a brush. You could probably use an orange stick. It would be even easier. I just fished for the snowflakes on the brush, and then I wiped the brush off. See, like how, can you see that? I just wiped it off wiped everything off onto the bottle, the neck, and then I just fished out and pulled the snowflake, and then I did placement with just a snowflake. I've talked to a couple different people because I feel like I have a lot of toppers that I've made that I really love, but I haven't put them out because they're the kind of toppers that you do have to kind of fish for some of the like fancy components. And I have talked to a couple people over the last year, and a lot of people say that they don't necessarily mind having to do that if it's a really fun topper. So I took a chance and I decided to include this one, but I just want to be forthright that you do have to fish a little bit for the snowflakes. But it really fit the theme of Winter Wonderland. So this one is Snow Day. All right, and the last one is more Christmassy, and this one is, I love the name, this one is called Broken Baubles, and this one has a bunch of beautiful crushed shards in various colors, and then it has a ton of like hollow sparkle. And this is the one that I'm wearing. I'm wearing this over Don't Crush My Dreams, which was from my very first collection, my pets collection. And this one is pretty fun. In hindsight, I kind of wish I had worn it over a lighter base today so that you could really see. But this one is really fun. It's easy to get those shards out. You're gonna get different colors on, you know, each nail. And this one is just really fun. I really like this one. And these, the shards, flakies, they all stay suspended. They're metallic, by the way. They're metallic shards. And that one is Broken Baubles. All right, guys, so this is my collection, my 8-piece collection. Let's see if I can get these in one shot. So by the time you see this picture, I will have, or by the time you see this video, I will slowly start uploading everything to my Instagram, NeverNaked by Jackie. I say this in all my videos, but if you want to order anything, please go to NeverNaked by Jackie. Send me a DM, and that's how I keep track of my orders. And then your full name, address, and your PayPal. If you guys have any questions, any comments, leave them down below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.